Okay, so I recorded this one yesterday. I didn't really like it. Gonna do it again. Let's see how this one goes. Welcome back, everybody. Today, I want to talk about a movement that's been going on for not even a year yet, really. The red pill movement. Let's talk about it. If you have followed me at all, first time you're seeing me, if you've even gone to any of my Instagram pages, any of that stuff, you will see that it won't take you very long to see that I'm a pretty right-leaning person. From my tattoos to my love of firearms to any of that stuff, pretty right-leaning. It doesn't mean I'm 100% right-leaning, but I'm pretty right-leaning. It also does not mean that I pop these red pills everybody's taking, especially these young kids nowadays. Now, so let's talk about, just so you guys know, 99% of my videos are like right off the cuff. I don't write nothing down. I just go at it, get it all out of my head. Yesterday I did that and it didn't sound right, didn't flow very good. So today I wrote some stuff down. So I want to go over the red pill movement, Andrew Tate, Fresh and Fit podcast, like the street interviews and kind of all the stuff that wraps up in there. Give you my take on it. Good, the good, the bad, the ugly, all that good stuff. Okay. So let's start with this. There is not a single person on this earth that I 100% agree with. It's just the way it is. No, I could agree with them 99% of the time, but there's not a single person that I agree with 100%. Always gonna have debates, always gonna have views that are a little bit left or right, okay? And that's fine, that's awesome. That's what gives people the ability to express themselves and, gives ideas out. And that's why we have some of the coolest things on earth right now, is because those people have been able to do that. So, starting with that. The red pill movement, if you've never heard of it, it's basically this movement where it says, men are toxic masculinity is not a bad thing, it's actually a good thing, but women are worth way less than they think they are, and that men should treat them as such, in a nutshell. Okay, so the red pill movement. The good things. One, men are not worthless. Toxic masculinity is not bad. If we did not have toxic masculinity, we would have never won any wars. You guys would all be speaking German right now. There would be a lot of bad things that has happened in this world if nobody had toxic masculinity. What do I think toxic man? If I could say that, that'd be awesome. What do I think it is? Well, I think it is men who lift weights, know how to fight, shoot guns, are alpha males, if you will, all that stuff, right? It's not a bad thing at all. It's actually a very, very good thing, and we need it more than we think we do, okay? What are the bad things? The bad things are they essentially say women are useless. I mean, basically, women are there just to have babies and that's it. And that is completely wrong. I don't care who you are. If you think that way, you're a fucking idiot. Now, in today's day and age, right here, right now, women feel very, very entitled. They feel like they are never at fault for anything. They all feel like they're 10s when they're actually 2s. They all feel like they should have a man that makes $1 million. I can go down this list. Obviously, all that stuff is crazy. And this stuff is kind of bringing to light a lot of that. Now, on the flip side of that coin, there are a lot of men that are contributing to women thinking this way. There are a lot of men who are what we call simps, and they are paying these women on their OnlyFans accounts and things like that, and making them be this way. So it's not just women woke up one day when they're like, oh, I'm a 10. No, it's some old dude that can't get laid, that probably wears nothing but a wife beater in his mom's basement, 750 pounds overweight, that is paying this woman whatever a month, how like $30, $10, whatever a month they charge, to see her butthole basically on OnlyFans. That's the reason why she thinks she's way more than she is, because of these dudes. So it's essentially our own fault. Okay, so let's get into the red pill people, if you will. Andrew Tate, right? I don't want to go into whether I think Andrew Tate's a good or bad person, or his court stuff or anything like that. I haven't followed it too closely. I know that a lot of stuff is getting dropped, so maybe he's not the super bad person everybody thinks he was, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, when you watch him, and him and his brother, I'm gonna throw them in together. When you watch him and his brother on interviews, they seem like they've kind of changed a little bit as far as what they used to say is what they say now since they've been arrested. Their tune has kind of changed a little bit here and there, but overall, their message from the beginning has kind of been roughly the same, right? They want you to have a great relationship with your family. They want you to be a fit person in shape. They want you to have faith, whatever that faith may be. Excuse me. And they want you to be loyal to your friends. That's a pretty good message. Like, I don't know anybody in the world that can say that sounds like a crappy message. That's a pretty good message. No issues with that. The only issue I have with Andrew Tate is he really thinks very highly of himself, which is weird. But he also really puts a really, really high value upon money. I think that's because he was poor growing up and now he has money. And he says things like, well, what color is your Bugatti, and things like that. I've never been a millionaire. I know a couple of them. I've hung out with some of them. And I don't think money is all that important. Like, the couple millionaires that I know, man, these dudes are like super down to earth, super nice people, and they don't give a shit how much money you have. They'll be your friend whether you're broke or rich. It doesn't matter. They also don't own any Bugattis. Like, I have a good friend that played professional baseball for, like 15 years, 12, 15 years. His name's Ryan Klesko. You can look him up. Won a World Series and stuff like that with the Braves. And the dude's got tons of money. Good friend of mine. I just texted him the other day. We're just talking about our kids. He knew me when I had nothing, and he came hunting, and he took me hunting. The guy's a great human, and he never once asked me how much money I had. He didn't care, and I never asked him how much money he had. I didn't care. I just have been to 5 of his ranches, and if he had owned 5 ranches, well, he'd probably have some money. Anyway, I don't think money's that big of a deal. I don't think you have to make $1 million to be a man, whatever. Doesn't mean shit to me. You could be broke and be one hell of a dude and be one hell of a alpha male. I know tons of people in the military that are definitely alpha males, and they're not making shit. So money's not that big deal to me. However, I think the overall message that Andrew Tate is trying to throw out there is pretty positive. I don't agree with a lot of stuff he says. I don't agree with everything. I don't agree with, Hustlers University, whatever gay ass shit is that. But the overall message, family, friends, faith, fitness, I can't argue with any of that. All right. So let's move on to the Fresh and Fit podcast with Myron. I don't know the other dude's name. I'm sorry, other dude. I don't know your name. Myron's on there, and he likes to call out women for their bullshit, basically. It's a funny show. Don't get me wrong. I haven't watched everything, but I do watch it. I have seen clips. It's pretty funny, pretty good. And so the good things are he's showing women that think they're up here, that they're not up here, that they're down here. And it's good every now and then for people to get knocked off their pedestal and kind of get put in their place. They also talk about fitness, things like that, which is great. They also call out dudes that are simps, which is, I think, the originator of all this stuff, and stuff like that. So that's cool, right? The bad thing they do is they bring on women who are like 21 years old. They bring on women who have zero life experience. The vast majority of the people that are on there are very young. They're in college, and these are the most, the people who you shouldn't be asking any questions anyway because they're fucking stupid. And he also, the things he says, he's very, very, he's a giant hypocrite. He tells women that the only women out there that are good are virgins, and the only men out there that are good are dudes that have banged 700 chicks and have $1 million. I mean, I just say it and it sounds stupid, right? He also thinks that, like, again, if you're not a virgin, you're a hoe and you're dumb and this, that, and the other, and you shouldn't have a job and you should just stay home banging out chicks and you deserve less, and men are just far superior humans. And listen, I just can't even say it because it just sounds fucking dumb. Here's the deal, okay? I was raised by my grandmother. My grandfather died when I was very little. My mom left when I was 3 years old, and my dad was working too much to take care of me. I've never once thought that I was better than my grandmother, ever, in any lifetime. I make 3 times as much money that she ever made in her life. I'm way physically stronger than she is. I can do more physical things. However, my grandmother, she had a job and she was raising me, but she was mainly a stay-at-home mother raising her 5 kids. There was not a thing on this earth that I wouldn't do for that woman. I mean, nothing, literally nothing. Anything. And she did everything in the world for me when I was younger, and I was not the best child ever. I needed the military. I needed that discipline because I was horrible. And if somebody like Myron were to come out and tell my grandmother, even though she's gone now, but when she was alive, he were to come out and say that she's a worthless person because she's a woman, this, that, and the other, dude, I would fuck that guy up so fast. Like, have you seen the guy? He weighs like 110 pounds soaking wet. I would fucking murder that guy in a heartbeat. And it wouldn't, like, he would get half the words out of his mouth before I broke his jaw. That's how strongly I feel about this. So men that think this way, I really think that the reason why they do is because somehow, some way along the way, they have been really hurt by people. They have not seen a therapist to talk about this, or their friends or whatever, and they need to get it out of their system. And the way they get it out is by taking everybody, putting them in a jar, shaking them up, and being like, all right, you're all the same person now. Obviously, that's not true. Not all women are hoes. Not all women are worthless. Not all women need to be put in that category. Easy said, right? Let's see. Let's go. My favorite thing in the world is the street interviews on like Instagram and stuff, where the guys go out there and they ask these drunk chicks questions. Again, most of them are college chicks, but it's so funny because like they're like, name 3 countries, and they're just like, Austin, Texas. It's hilarious. But it just shows the stupidity of people in general. It's not just women; it's also men. It shows how dumb they are. But it also shows, they ask the other questions like, how much should a man make? How much should he spend on a ring? Blah, blah, blah. And it shows that women truly believe that, like, all men make $1 million a year. And if you're not over 6 foot tall, I'm 6'2", by the way, I'm just saying, that you're a worthless human. And, like, it's really, really strange, the world we live in right now. I'm here to tell you that I don't give a fuck about making $1 million a year. Like, as long as I can buy the shit I want to buy, my kids are happy, the wife's happy, like, dude, I don't give a fuck. I'm totally cool with making what I make and my wife making what she makes. Like, I'm fine with that. But it is funny. I like it. And a lot of them are very geared towards the red pill culture thing. So overall, let's go over it. I made some notes here. Overall, first of all, for me, money is not everything. It's really not. There's a guy that goes on the Fresh and Fit podcast and all that stuff. Some red-haired ginger motherfucker that, like, somehow, some way comes off as he thinks he's this fucking tough badass guy, and he's obviously not, because the women talking to him really triggers him, and he like starts getting very emotional and starts like getting out of hand when women ask him simple questions. So he's very insecure. You can really tell that. He's like, I don't trust men unless they're millionaires. Like, bro, are you kidding me? Like, you serious right now? I mean, that's just a dumbass way to think. He's also the same guy that says he should be able to fuck 1 million chicks and his girlfriend should be able to have sex with nobody. She should be a virgin and whatever, blah, blah, blah. Right? Just dumb. Money is not everything at all. Me and my wife, when we were making 35 grand, we were super happy. When we were making 200 grand, we were super happy. Like, it's not everything. And I tell you from experience, when your money's down here, your bills are down here. When your money's up here, your bills are up here. Unless you're some awesome savant with money, it's just the way it is. Okay, so let's go down some things. Men, stop simping on all these women and creating the problem that we have. You can go on Instagram. I can't go through 2 Instagram reels without seeing a chick going, oh, look, here's my butthole. Why? Like, you're obviously just trying to get attention, right? You're obviously trying to compensate for something else in life that you don't have. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, why are you showing your butthole on Instagram? It's almost like every chick has an OnlyFans. It just blows my mind that all these women are like this. When, like, 2 years ago, you're like, oh, send me a nude. And they're like, no way, I'll never show you my boobs. And now they're like, unless you pay 99 cents a month and then you can see everything. It's just fucking stupid. But the reason behind it is because men are simping. Men are seeing these chicks who are good looking. Some of them are not even good looking. And then all of a sudden, you go in the comment section and, dude, it's ridiculous. Fire emojis and dick emojis and all this other stuff. And you look at the accounts that are sending that, it's all these old men, most that are married. So what does that tell me? You have a horrible relationship. Your relationship sucks. You need to fix that. Let's see. Not all women are hoes. We all know that, okay? On top of that, you don't need to be a virgin to be a good woman or a good person. That's absolutely insane. I don't even know if there are any virgins like in college anymore. And if you're a dude who thinks you can go out and bang whoever you want, but the chick can't, like, if you bang 10 chicks and she can't bang 10 dudes, it's like a different thing, then you're retarded. If you expect her to only bang 2 dudes and you're banging 300, like, come on, bro. You're just fucking stupid. Your dad needs to smack you in your mouth. Strong and powerful women are useful. Okay, not all women need to be housewives. If you want to be a housewife and your husband can support that, fucking by all means. If you want to be a house husband and your wife can support that, okay. If you want to both have jobs and both make money and both provide, dude, what? I don't get what's wrong with that either. Like, that just buys me more guns. Okay, more gym shit. Like, how awesome is that? So yeah, I don't know. It's weird. But a lot of insecure dudes, they're like, I have to make more money than my wife. My wife can't do this. My wife can't. That's just insecurity. That's all it is. Dude, I don't give a shit if my wife makes $7 million and I'm making $10,000. Don't matter at all. You know why? Because that money is just going to buy more food, buy more guns, all that stuff. Don't care about that. And you shouldn't either. Let's see. Men and women can both be hoes. That's the way it is. When I was younger, total hoe. Had no problem admitting it. I get it. It's just stupid. Don't simp. We've covered that. Don't turn a hoe into a housewife. That is something that was said probably by a rapper back in the 90s. And it is true. Because if you try to turn a hoe into a housewife, what's going to happen? Dude, she's going to be a hoe at heart. And you're going to come home one day and be very disappointed. Trust me. Both sides suck. I mean, you have shitty men, you have shitty women, you have stupid men, stupid women, simping men, OnlyFans hoes, and then you have really awesome people on both sides, okay? You have people that truly only want to be good people and want to be with each other and all that stuff. Let's see. Oh, and you know what? Here's the thing. I'm going to end with this. Just because you have money, just because you're rich, does not make you a good person. As we have seen with a lot of the Hollywood people, a lot of rich people are pieces of shits. So all these dudes are saying you have to make a certain amount of money, you have to do this. That doesn't mean a fucking thing. It doesn't make you a good person, okay? You're either a good person or not. And a lot of people I know, unfortunately, I had to find out the hard way, are not good people. On that same token, being a virgin does not make you a good person either. Just because you're a virgin, that doesn't make your value way high. Just because you have a job, that doesn't make you a value way high. Now, I tend to agree with, like, if you're a chick and you've had sex with like 500 dudes, your value's probably going to drop. I mean, let's be honest, right? There's not too many guys out there that want to marry someone like that. But in the same token, if you're a dude and you've had sex with 500 chicks, there's probably not too many chicks out there that's willing to deal with that either. Because on both sides of the coin, you're probably going to be out cheating with people. All right? So I'm going to leave you with that. That's my thought on this whole red pill thing. Tell me what you think. Leave the comments down below. All right? It's got its good and its bad, just like everything else. Overall, it's an okay thing, but they're pretty hypocritical on a lot of stuff, and a lot of stuff that they think matters because they're young doesn't really matter, especially in life when you look at the big picture, right? All right, that's all I got for today. Any comments, concerns, questions, drop them below. Remember, ask yourself, are you an asset or a liability?